Hello, everyone. Good morning to viewers from India, and good evening to my friends from USA. So today we are starting our first session of Azure Associate Administrator Associate session. Today's session is little bit different. What I planned is like I will start with little bit fundamentals, Azure fundamentals, so that if you are new to Azure, you know some fundamentals. And then we will go into Azure Administrator Associate fundamentals. So this session is broken into two parts. First, we in fundamentals we will discuss a little bit about what is Azure, what are the benefits of deploying applications on Azure, and what are the different models. Then, as the administrator, you have to do a lot of administration job, and we will be talking about scripts. We will be talking about Bash script, and we will be talking about PowerShell scripts. So there are some exercises I will be doing. Hopefully, I'm able to access Azure Sandbox. Worst case, I have some videos which I'll share those videos. So let's start with our fundamentals. So first, we'll discuss what is Azure cloud computing. So like Aditya and Karan was with me before. They know a lot about Azure. Uh, Karan, you know about Azure? You have ideas about Azure?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
I know of it, but I've not used it. I actually finished my IT network last year,
Wow.
so I'm familiar with it. Yes.
Okay. Amazing. So good that we can go through then fast through it. So what is cloud computing? Cloud computing, will be using Microsoft Course, and Microsoft Course defines cloud computing is delivery of computing services over the internet. Computing services include common IT infrastructure such as virtual machines, storage, database, and networking. Cloud services also expand the traditional IT offerings to include things like Internet of Things, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. Because cloud computing uses the internet to deliver these services, it doesn't have to be constrained by physical infrastructures the same way a traditional data center is. We'll go a little bit more in details. Next, it talks about shared responsibility model. So, what is shared responsibility model? So, as we discussed, like you can deploy your computers over the cloud with Microsoft or third party cloud vendor. So first thing is how we started computing. Everybody was keeping servers on their premises. So when you say this is the interesting model, so here it's showing what is the responsibility, and is it the responsibility of this particular task under this service? Does it belong to Microsoft or customer, or this responsibility shared between Microsoft and customer? So whenever you see these kind of squares with two colors, that means the responsibility is shared between Microsoft and customers. Customers is people like us who are using Azure services. So this grid is very interesting. So it defines what are the different service model. So SaaS stands for software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a services. So we can start from there. When you have whole IT infrastructure, you need to have databases. So you need networks, physical networks. You need hosts. You need operating systems. You need network controls. You have applications which are catering to different business needs. You need some kind of identity infrastructure to give access to all the people. You need to have accounts for your employees and customers, and you need to have identity for them. Then you need to provide devices to your employees so that they can use applications over the internet, and which may be using servers and the data centers. And then you have the data. So on premises, all the responsibility is with you. You are in charge, you are in total control, but you have to buy the servers. There is a lot of capital cost. We'll talk about capital cost and operational cost a little bit later. So let's look into uh, infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service, you are doing everything. Only thing is, you have given data centers, you have moved your servers to the Microsoft or other cloud provider, and you are maintaining all the network identities, application. So just you have moved servers to Microsoft. Rest of you are managing. With platform as a services, not only you have moved the databases, operating system also to Microsoft. So you are not responsible for deploying the patches. Microsoft will take care of applying all the security patches and latest patches on the operating system. So this is a shared responsibility in platform as a service. You and Microsoft are responsible for applications. You may have your own applications. You may use some applications from the Microsoft, like Office 365. And software as a service is basically you give responsibility everything to third-party cloud like Microsoft, and you are just maintaining some devices, the computers you have given to employees. You are responsible for your information and data. You are managing the accounts, and rest of thing has gone to Microsoft. So this is a big overview of Azure and what kind of different shared responsibility models are there. So cloud models. So there are different type of clouds. There's a private cloud. So private cloud is you have set up your own cloud and you are responsible for everything. So chances are that you will work for some third parties, so they may set up a exclusive cloud for you. So here you have the whole control. Then there's a public cloud. Public cloud is you are using Microsoft Azure to deploy your applications on their premises. Here shared responsibility comes into the picture. Then there's a hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud, you have your personal cloud plus public cloud. You have the maximum control, and basically you can decide yourself which applications you're going to put in private cloud and which applications you're going to put in public cloud. And there's a multi-cloud. In multi-cloud, you use not only Microsoft, you use Amazon also. You use all the third parties. And Azure VMware solution is interesting. If you have your applications are VMware and you just want to move your VMs to cloud, so they provide you a solution. So next we will talk about Azure consumption based model. So there are two kind of expenses: capital expenditure and operational expenditure. Capital expenditure is when you set up your infrastructure, you need to set up servers, databases, network. So you're spending million of dollars. The operation cost is what is the cost you have to spend on your IT services to be up every month, every year. So most of the cloud offers consumption based model. The benefit of this is you don't have to buy expensive servers, no capital cost. You don't have to spend $1 million to start your IT. You can use a consumption model, and you can just pay. It's just renting. Instead of buying a house, you are renting it, and you don't pay the whole house price. You just give $1 million. You just pay $3,000 rent to the owner. So this way you don't have to spend so many $1 million. So that finishes basically cloud, Azure cloud fundamentals. So next question is why we need to go to the Azure. What is the benefit of going to the cloud? High availability. So the first benefit of using Azure is your applications can be highly available because when you're deploying your applications on cloud, the benefit of them is that they could be deploying the servers in multiple regions or different geographical locations. One data center can be in India, one data center can be in USA, and something happens, some disaster happens, you can switch your IT servers to different region. So you have to sign up SLAs with the Microsoft. So you can tell them 99 point what what kind of availability you want. Do you want 99% or 99.99%? So there are there are charges, different charges on that, but you can sign up SLA and your application can be highly available given the nature of uh, cloud computing. The second thing is scalability. Scalability is you set up your applications, and if initially you planned your application for 1,000 users and suddenly your application became a hit. Now million users are using. Can your application scale? In scaling, there are two type of scaling. Vertical scaling. Vertical scaling is, say, you keep the number of computers same, but you increase the processing power, CPUs. Horizontal scaling is you add more virtual machines, you add more containers. So Azure gives a benefit like you can set up auto scale. So based on the demand, it will automatically scale out. So reliability, as as already we discussed, it's more reliable because like they have you have set up centers in different geographical locations, and there's a chance any if there's a some disruption in one geographical region, you can switch to the servers to the different regions. You can make sure your applications are working in different regions. Then it talks about performance, that because of auto scaling, load balancing, high availability, that helps support the performance predictability. Cost, they give you some calculators to find out what is the cost of your applications. And again, since you deployed benefits of security and governance is that since you deployed applications over the cloud, you don't have to worry about the patches, security patches, latest patches. They will apply for you. So they make sure you're following good governance rules, good security practices. So these are the basic of basic of cloud computing. That's the management of on the cloud. Again, it same thing, automatically scale resources based on the need, uh, deploy resources on pre-configured template. They give you a tools where you can monitor the health of your resources, virtual machines, your applications, and you can also receive automatic alerts. How you can manage today, since we are doing Azure Administrator Associate you certification. So it's a good point to we will switch to now Azure Admin Associate. So you can do manage your resources through web portal using command line interface, using APIs and PowerShell.